What is up, everyone? So excited to be here today with you. Okay, so we are live on Facebook. Let me go live on Instagram. We are doing the damn thing. I'm excited for this one today. What is up, everyone, on Instagram? How are you all doing? I am here in LA and it's cold. It's not really cold, but I run on cold. I'm always cold. But I'm excited for this topic because it's going to get us all warmed up and delicious. We are going to be talking about my fears, and I want to coach you guys on the fears that you have about going premium in your business. And I'm going to tell you from the beginning when I started, all the things that came to my mind that literally felt so real that I thought there's no fucking way that I can ever overcome this. And all the fears that I had to literally at the six-figure level, when I hit 1 million, when I hit my like 1.5, and I'm like, I don't think that I can make multiple millions. And then what I had to go through in order to get to where I am today. We have created a $6 million business, coaching business in revenue. I don't do ads, so most of that has been profit. And I just really want to give you guys the mentality behind what it really takes to overcome what we think is impossible. And so, what I want to do is, I actually want to tell you what those are for me because you're going to see yourself in me. And then I want you to tell me what your fears are right now because I want to coach you here. How am I doing today? I am doing amazing. I'm a little cold, but I'm actually starting to get hot, so this might come off at some point. Thank you for asking, Hanita. Okay, let me see if anyone has said anything. Oh, I love those hearts. Play Big Queen. You are so sweet. Love it. Okay. Look, the first thing that I want to tell you is that I am not somebody who came from money. I know that for all of you, you probably see me and you're like, oh, she lives in a nice house. She has a very Instagrammable life. She does this, she does that. And yes, I am that now. But I have been learning so much about my ancestors. I have been doing a lot of healing around where I come from because I didn't really have a great relationship with my mom when I was growing up, and now we have a good relationship. But what I did is I disowned a lot of my heritage. So I'm Colombian. I was born in a third world country. I'm actually curious to hear who is tuned in to this live stream, who is from like a different country that is more underdeveloped, let's say, than America or Canada or Australia. Ooh, that window just opened up. Okay. Wait, I need to close this because it's going to be really cold. It's going to be cold. Um, oh, okay. It's not going to be closed, so we're going to have to deal with it. So I want to know who here, give me a one in the comments if you are either from South America, from Middle East, from places in Europe that maybe are not as developed. You're from Texas. Finally got your account today. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Yeah, this is LA. This is Marina Del Rey. Okay, we have one. Amazing. So I'll tell you that I come from a country called Colombia. I was born there. My ancestors literally were all from Colombia. There's no like, oh, you have a little bit of Irish, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm full on come from like people who work the land, people who work hard to make money. One of my great grandfather actually had to flee his town because he was going to get killed because he was going for like the liberal party instead of the conservative party or something like that. I don't know. So like I come from a place where people work really hard for money. Two, they always wanted something better for themselves. So I always had wonder, why do I have this ambition to be this kind of like, let's go create amazing shit in the world? And it comes from all my great granddad, I don't, Spanish is like, it's like I'm still working through it. Great grandparent, is that great grandfather, and then all of them after him always left because they wanted something better for their lives. So ever since I was 8 years old, I wanted something better for my life, but I didn't know how I was going to create it. So I am speaking to those of you who feel like they deserve a seat on the table of wealth, of opinion, of where you feel like you're influential, where you feel like you are doing something that your generation, the previous generation, or your ancestors didn't do, or maybe your family hasn't done, which is kind of seeking a better future, a bigger and better future. I actually didn't know that I have kind of this like drive inside of me that has pulled me towards a bigger future, right? But I always felt it. So this is for those of you who maybe feel that way. Like, I know I'm meant to be here for big things, but I don't know how to get there. So for me, I didn't know how to make money. Like, money was just not the easiest thing for me. I just didn't know where it came from. I didn't know how it worked. I'm like, how do people just give you money? Like, how does it work? How does this all of, like, how does it work? And I had a lot of uncertainty and anxiety around money. And so I'm not going to give you my whole life story because that's going to be a live stream for another day. But when I came to, the coaching industry, so I was born in Colombia, moved to Australia when I was 17 by myself, wanting a bigger future, feeling like I had something in me that was different. I lived there for 10 years. And then I moved to America after 10 years because I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I moved by myself and I figured everything out by myself. But I still didn't know how money really worked. Like, money, how do I make money by myself versus like a job, And I remember getting into coaching because I was mentoring people on how to build a software company, because that's kind of what I had done before, and I really loved that. But a coach of mine, a mentor of mine, told me that I shouldn't become a coach because coaches don't make money. And I will never forget that. I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to become a coach because coaches don't make money. So my biggest fear number one is I don't know how to make money. And the thing that I love doing doesn't make you money. Like, that was my biggest fear. Like, when it came to even charging anything, right? Even, let's not even talk about premium, charging anything. I'm like, really? And I gotta tell you, I have always been somebody who likes things that are nice. I like nice things. I like good quality things. So I knew that whatever I did in this world would have to create, well, like, money for me, because I like nice things, period. And so I was really confused about that. So and I want to ask you this question: do you have a feeling in your body, or do you have a belief inside of you that sounds something like, I don't believe that I can make money with the gifts that I have or with what I'm good at? Give me a 1 in the comments if you feel that way. If it's like, I know money is available, but I don't know if it's available through doing the thing that I love doing. And I'm going to bring up the comments here on Facebook, because I know you guys are here too, but I don't know how to bring up the comments. So give me 1 second. So I was like, sure, I can get a job and make money, but I don't know how to make money on my own. And so that was like one of the first things here. Okay, perfect. Let me bring it up again. Yeah, I'm just going to make this. Perfect. Okay, great. Jamie says I'm about 50% on it. Okay, great. What else are you saying? Expensive taste. I have expensive taste. It is what it is. Okay, so first things first is I took on that belief as if it was true. And I want you guys to analyze, watch, or just gently notice what are the beliefs that you have picked up around your ability to make money that are not actually serving you. Because so many of you have expensive taste. I love it. Yes, me too. So I really believe that when my mentor said, I don't think that you can, don't become a coach because coaches don't make money, I took that for face value, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to become a coach. And I then did a bunch of run around. I created a marketing agency. I was burned out. And then I woke up to the realization, wait, my calling is to be a coach. And I don't care if somebody tells me that they don't think that there is possible to make money with that. I'm going to make it possible. And I'm saying this to all of you who feel like your niche or your gift or your thing, it's not enough to make you $1 million, or it's not enough to make you the money that you want to make, right? Like, for some people here, they want 500K a year, 200K a year. Some people want 7 figures a year. Some people want like 8 figures a year. It doesn't matter, whatever that is for you, right? But I want you to notice, what what are the stories that you have about it not being possible? And where did that come from? And I want you guys to tell me what those stories are. I want to hear in the comments. Okay, so Radiant says, I know I have to make money. It's taken me a long time to overcome my ancestral wound of living hand to mouth until I had the experience yesterday. An experience yesterday. Oh, interesting. I want to hear what that experience is. That's fun. Yeah. So for me, it was like I need to kind of like ancestral vibes where you have to work really hard and you will make money. That's like always been the thing that I've had to overcome. And so I knew I could make money, but I didn't know I could do it doing the thing that I loved. And so I had to decide, no, wait, I'm gonna do this. So I started studying people who were showing up on on the internet and just saying things, writing words, and then like getting sales and making money. And I'm like, wait, coaches do make money. What the fuck? Like, it seems normal now, but back in 2014, it really felt like it felt like it was like some kind of weird thing. Like, I just didn't understand how it worked. So I had to override that belief. That was the first step for me. Like, don't take on for face value what people say about what it means to make money. Like, to me, making money is just like a natural expression of my well-being. Like, I breathe, and you probably have heard me say this, I breathe, I eat, I drink water, I poop, I pee, I make money, I share my message, I get paid. It's just part of the life. It's just part of the cycle of being alive, right? It's not something that there's no gatekeeping. The only gatekeeper of money is really me, right? And so I had to let go of what my mentor said and say, okay, well, I'm gonna make money based on what I love doing. I started studying the people, and I noticed that all they were doing was being really bold, really convicted, and being very clear about offering value to people's lives. So I'm like, well, that feels fucking hard. Right? That feels hard because, like, my voice, I just didn't feel confident in my voice. I'm like, what do I offer? What am I good at? How am I gonna, right? So that was like the beginning stages of my business. I'm like, who am I to get paid a premium price, right? Like, I don't want to I always knew that I wasn't gonna be selling $100 sessions. I always valued my time highly. And I never felt like I needed to well, because I knew that I didn't want to be working hard to make money. I knew that that was just the place where I didn't want to. It was just I was not available for just like $100 sessions and things like that. Like that just I was like my soul was just not in alignment with that. And I just always overvalued my time. But I knew that I wanted to have a premium life. I wanted to have a premium kind of lifestyle. I wanted to have spaciousness and I wanted depth. I wanted depth with my clients. I wanted to go deeper with them. I wanted to take my time with them. And I wanted to come from a place of overflow where if they needed something, I could provide that time. I didn't feel resentful. So I just knew that having a premium coaching business was right for me. And maybe it's not right for all of you. Maybe for you, you're like, I hate coaching. Coaching is not my thing. Like one of my friends here, she's like, not into coaching. She gets drained and she hates it. She doesn't like it. So I'm not speaking to you. If you are that type of person, then maybe go create something else, go do a different business. I'm talking to the people who feel revitalized when they coach their clients, who feel like, fuck yes, this is my purpose, this is my life. I feel good when I coach. So I knew I didn't want to undervalue myself, but the belief that I had is like, who am I to charge that much? I mean, I don't have a lot of testimonials. I don't have like a lot of proof, social proof. And also like, am I overcharging, right? So give me a 2 in the comments if this feels like it's something that you have felt before. Or something that you're feeling right now. I'm going to read the comments right now. So Jamie says, I feel like my niche is very valuable, but trying to get others to find the value and pay me for my intellectual property. So I think that you're in the mastermind, Jamie, so I'm so excited to coach you today. But one of the things that I would say is that I feel that there's frustration in you feeling like my niche is valuable, but they don't get it. But what if you instead focused on, I feel like my niche is valuable. It makes sense that they don't get it. And I don't need to you're saying I need to get others to find the value. I don't think about it that way. The way that I think is the way that I express myself and the way that I express the value of my program makes it easy for them to be a yes. So it's my job to understand what they need, what they're craving, what they're looking for, and show them how my offer solves for that and give them permission to choose, right? Okay, so I see a lot of choose here. Great. And there was one more comment. It's the thought that parents don't pay much for parenting programs and mentorship due to constant offer rejections. Yeah, I think offer rejections build your character. And so your future in this niche, mindful parenting with Hannah, I'm replying to your comment. For rejections, we've all gone through it. Like I just had a client who got 50 no's in a row, 50 no's in a row for her offer, and all of a sudden, because she stayed in the game, because she got coaching, she's now at overcapacity for her one-on-one, and like starting to think about creating a group container. And this is where we really get to reframe the rejection component of being a business owner. Like majority of things are going to be a no. And in this world on Instagram where it feels like everything should work instantly, it creates a false sense of slowness of pace. Like we are going slow, everybody's ahead of us, everybody is going faster than us. Why am I not getting the results? Why is everybody ahead of me? What am I doing wrong? When like in reality you don't realize how many rejections I got. Like I felt so rejected, and I was willing to get rejections because what I understood is that I was not meant to be for everybody, number one, and not everybody was ready for what I had to offer. But that doesn't mean that there's not enough people out there who need what you have. It's just when we make the rejection, and it's normal that rejection makes us feel like shit, like it sucks, like don't get me wrong, but why do we need to link it to whether or not we continue offering the thing? Like it's just not, the two things are not connected. They can be connected, but they're not related. Our brain makes it feel related, but when you stand so clearly in the value of your offer and you're like, okay, rejection means, how people say this cheesy thing, like rejection means redirection. That's one way of saying it. But really, rejection means I'm getting better at explaining the value. I get to get better at explaining the value. I get to get better at getting into people's worlds around why they're saying no. Like, why are they saying no? And if the no is because of money, then you're not getting deep enough. You're not actually going deeper where you need to go. And that's a whole conversation around sales and holding the space for people to be a yes. That if you guys want a live training on this, like I'm happy to do it. Okay. Jamie says, me too. Yes, love that. Okay, great. I think here's the thing that I want to say. I notice that there's a lot of impatience in the air, and I get it because for so many reasons, the world of the internet has kind of just empowered this whole propaganda around you need to get results fast. Like you need to get everything right now. Like now you don't have to wait. You shouldn't have to wait. Don't be patient. Like everything needs to happen now. And if it's not happening right now, something's wrong with you. And like, what the actual fuck? Like that is so disempowering because we need to get really comfortable with failure. Failure builds character. Like rejection builds character. When I always get really scared, not scared, but I get like worried for people who haven't experienced failure or rejection, and they just take off and make like $200,000 in the first year of their business. And that sounds like a good story, but actually I wouldn't want to learn from somebody who has like wins like that because they haven't built character. They haven't built the roots to sustain longevity in their business. And so careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for, because if what you want is like speed of results, you're gonna have other problems, which is you won't be able to sustain it, and you won't be able to feel comfortable within yourself knowing that rejection is normal and is part of actually building your character as a business owner. Okay, I see twos. Love it. Okay, love your insights. I'm so happy. Okay, I'm glad that helped. Okay, I'm glad that's helping. Okay, so let me continue with my fears. Okay. So first of all, who the fuck am I to charge that much? And at the time I was charging 10K. So that was my first. Actually, my first program was $6,000 for 3 months. I just went there. I was like, fuck it, let's go. My first premium program. Before that, I launched a $2,000 offer and I spent like $8,000 trying to sell it, and I only sold two. I spent it on ads. I spent it on all these fancy things and pages and emails and sequences. And I spent so much money and I only made $2,000. So I learned that I was overcomplicating it. So lesson, like this is why I do what I do right now and why I coach my clients inside of the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind on just clarifying your message and speaking to an elevated version of your client and being very, very, very consistent with the way that you communicate the value and how you hold space for that decision. Those are the things that you need in order to create like $1 million. I didn't even have a funnel when I had a million, when I made my first million. I didn't. I just had social media posts. I was sending emails every week, which were the same social media posts that I was posting. And I was doing like 5-day challenges and launches, which I still do. But I didn't have like an automated ads funnel with a bunch of upsells and downsells. Like all of that, you don't need. You really don't need it. I still don't have it. I don't desire it. Maybe one day I'll build it. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. But you don't need it. So where was I? Can somebody remind me where was I? What was I saying? Jamie says, oh my gosh, Magnetize and Monetize is keeping me sane through my breakthroughs. Yes! By the way, you guys, if you don't know about this, I want to tell you now. The next cohort for the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind starts on February 6th. Beginning of February. But for those of you who want to get coaching and you are resonating and vibing with what I'm talking about right now, you want to attract premium clients, you want to elevate your message, you want to elevate your mindset, the way you think about it, you want to really know how to hold space for a sales conversation where people are a yes for your premium price. You want to understand what are the steps, the processes that you need, just a simple process that you need, the simple process that made me $1 million. Sounds so like cheesy, but really, it's just what is the simple pre-qualification process that allows your clients to show up prepared for the investment that you, however you priced it, how to price your offer, how to create your methodology. If you want support with any of that, with what I'm sharing, I want you to apply for the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind right now, today, not tomorrow, not until February, because if you apply right now, you get incredible bonuses, and I'm going to give them to you. You get access to my high-level mastermind, which is the Momentum Mastermind, where I coach you weekly. So we get to literally coach every week from now until the mastermind starts, until Magnetize starts. That in itself is worth $10,000 in itself. Okay, so you're gonna get started with coaching right now. You get the early bird bonus of $1,000 off, which is amazing. So because you'll be an early bird. There's another thing. And you get access to all the Magnetize and Monetize modules right away so that you can start making money right away. So it's literally the best. You literally get probably about 7 months of coaching for the price of 3. It's incredible. So make sure that you go ahead and apply, or if you have any questions about it, send me a message and just say Magnetize so I know that you're curious about it. Oh, and that's it. We have a super extended payment plan so that you can start paying it off. And it's like a 7-month payment plan, which is about $1,500 a month instead of having to pay $2,400 a month. So we give you an extended payment plan and that $1,000 off. And it's the last marketing mastermind you will ever need. Every single person who has gone through it has clarified their message. They're attracting premium clients, and they've elevated everything in their lives, in their business, in their mindset, in order to be a match for more premium clients and things in their lives. I mean, it's just not even about clients. It's about the way that you come out transformed, thinking differently, approaching things differently in your business. Okay, so let's get to the next thing. I saw some questions here. Overcomplicating it, your fears. Okay, I was overcomplicating it in my fears. Yes, thank you, Hannah. Okay, so let me just go back to the list of fears that I had here. I hope that they are still here. Okay, great. So who am I to charge that much? Because I was charging $6K in the beginning, and then I raised it to 10, and it was $10,000 for 6 months of one-on-one coaching, right? So the reality is that who are you not to? And this is, I'm talking to those of you who are really good at what you do. If I give you 10 clients, you will be able to support them and give them the transformation that they need. And here's the thing, I don't know if you guys feel this, but I remember looking at other coaches that were brand new, fresh to the scene, only just came out of the gate yesterday, and they were making more money than me. They had way more engagement, like they had more sales. And I knew they were making more money because I would actually talk to them. And they would just have more demand. But they just started. And I'm like, here I am. I've been a coach in the making for the last like 5 years at the time, right? Like I have experience doing this. Why are they getting paid more? But I feel like I'm better at delivering. And I knew I was better at delivering because I would have people reach out to me saying, oh, I work with this person. I didn't really get what I needed. And I really know that messaging is the thing that I need to work on. So I started just feeling like this is not aligned, right? Like I need to own what I do, because there are people out there who are investing their money in people who are not delivering, right? And I am not available. Like, I don't want that to be the story for my clients. I want my clients to invest at the highest level, but get what they need. And that's what my commitment was. So I had to stop overcomplicating and down pricing or underpricing myself, and just say, okay, from now on, here's my decision. I'm going to charge $10,000 for my one-on-one, and I'm going to sell myself on all the reasons why that is actually the best decision for my client. And I want you guys to ask that question. Oh, Jamie says, I can attest to it. It has changed my business. She's talking about the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. I love you. Yeah, the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind is literally the best and the last marketing mastermind you'll ever need. We cover everything from the tactical, like your processes, all the things that are like practical strategy, like 3D, but then we also go into your mind, and then we're going to your energetic body, so that we clean up any subconscious beliefs or anything that's holding you back from letting success land with a lot of ease in your system. Okay, so it's a multidimensional approach, but I digress. So I want you to ask yourself the question, and the question was, can somebody remind me what the question is that I just said? I get so sidetracked. Why is that the best thing for my clients? That's right. Why is the price that you want the best thing for my clients? What are the other things that they would be investing their money in that are not actually going to get them the result? And I want you guys to sell yourselves on that. Why is this the best thing for them? Okay? Because when you come to the sales call with this vibe of like, oh, I want to charge 10K or 20K or 30K or 50K, and but I think it's too much. I don't know. What if they don't pay it? You're not going to get, the clients are not going to be a yes to you. So be really honest with yourself. Do you have that like little, I really want to charge this much, but I just don't know if they're going to pay it? Don't lie to me. Don't tell me you feel confident. I tell my clients this all the time. I'm like, okay, cool. You want to charge 10K. How do you feel about it? And they're like, yeah, no, I feel like it's good. I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, well, no, I'm sure. And then they come back to me and they're like, yeah, this person keeps giving me money objections. And I'm like, yeah, do you believe that your program is worth $10,000? Or do you have this sensation that when you say the price, what if people don't pay? What if people don't pay? Because if you have that sensation in your body, then that tells me that there's work there to do. Like, I know that I used to feel it here when I used to get into my clients' wallets energetically. I was like, oh, are they gonna do it? I don't have that feeling anymore. I'm like, the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind, for example, is $10,000. Like, that's a drop in the ocean for the value that you're gonna get. And I don't even wobble on it. Like, it's just not even a thing. But I've done a lot of work around it, selling myself on why is this the best thing for my clients, okay? Okay. So that's one of the questions that I want to give you. Another fear, and I'm going to finish with these last two. Okay, I have so many, but I feel like we've been going for a while now. So another one is fear, like the fear that you might not be able to fulfill on your promises. Can somebody tell me if you feel that way? The fear that if you raise your prices, you won't be able to fulfill. Like, people are going to come back to you and they're like, I'm disappointed. I didn't get what I wanted. I want a refund, right? Like, that subconscious, I taking on responsibility for your clients. I never really had this with my one-on-one, because I knew that you can always pick up the phone, give an extra call, just solve anything that comes up, right? Like, know that if your client is unhappy for whatever reason, you can always pick up the phone and get on the same page. Like, there's no reason to fear that. But I had more of a fear when I started ascending into a group container, because my fear was I won't be able to fulfill to the same degree or to the same impactfulness, is that a word, that then compared to my one-on-one. It just was not, it just felt like it would not be the same. So I really had to work through that one of feeling like people won't be happy because they're not going to get the same amount of support, or they won't be able to get the same experience. Give me a 3 in the comments if you resonate with that one, just because I want to like take a little pulse. Let's see. Hi, Monica. How are you? And here's what I want to tell you, that the thing that helped me with that is understanding the benefit of group containers, the benefit of why a group is the best thing for my clients, and why hand holding is not actually serving my clients. Hand holding them, giving them access 24/7 to me, it's actually detrimental for them. So can somebody tell me in the comments, why do you think that hand holding is actually detrimental to your clients? I actually want to hear from you guys. Give me one reason. Because we want to sell support and we want to sell like, hey, I'm going to be in your corner, all the things, which is fine, is great, love it. However, when we're coming from a wounded place, a place of I'm not enough and I have to take responsibility for my client's results, we end up energetically transferring that into our containers. And then what happens is the client ends up being codependent. And so our whole good-hearted initiative actually comes from a place where we don't feel secure, and we end up making people codependent. And I had to clean that up, because the subconscious reason I was doing that was because I wanted to feel important. I wanted to feel significant. I wanted to feel needed. That's what it was. I wanted to feel needed. So this is the kind of thing that we literally uncover inside of the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. I know that I've said it like 3 times, but it's not always just a logical thing that you need to do. Does it make sense for you to do this? No, 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 no. What is the step? What is the formula? Like, the formulas, I love them. I give them. We work with them. But when they don't work, we need to understand what is the subconscious reason why you are actually creating that result. Why isn't it working? Like, when you're doing everything everything possible that you can possibly do, and it's still not working, then we have to really take a look at like the more on like the hidden reasons that are actually going to give you the awareness to shift things in your business without having to do so much work. Okay cool. Okay, last 2 fears. I really didn't think that premium clients existed. And I gotta, give me a 3 in the comments. Give me a 4 in the comments if you believe this or if you think about this. Like, one of my biggest fears was, where are these people? Where do people exist that are gonna pay me this much money? Like, what? I didn't think that premium clients existed. And I didn't take action on the message that I wanted, like the message that really lit me up, because I thought, well, I don't have people in my audience that would resonate with that. Let me tell you the truth. The reality is that people, it's deep. Okay, so go with me here. It's deep. We perceive people based on their social currency, like their social value, or how they present themselves, or what we think about them, or what we know about them. And a lot of the times we can make assumptions about somebody and just say they don't have the money. Maybe they even say that themselves. They apply for your program and they're like, I don't have the money, right? You know what? The police just go on these joyrides just for funsies. Literally, did you see that helicopter? I think it's gone. For no reason. They just go on just a joyride on the beach with the taxpayer money. I don't get it. It's really annoying. I thought they're not in my cycle. Yeah, so this is the biggest thing that I see people struggle with. They think that people don't have, they think that they don't have premium clients in their audience. And here's what I want to say. Every person that you see is qualifies as a premium client. How do I know this? Because I did not have money at the time. I did not have the money to invest in a program that was $50,000, that was very premium. And I remember this coach who was offering it at an event, standing so deeply convicted in me, not even in their offer. They were convicted in their offer, but they believed so deeply in me and my future and what was possible that I was like, oh my God, I want to be in this program, and I made it happen. I became resourceful. I figured out ways to pay for it, and I ended up becoming a premium client. Like, that was me becoming a premium client, and I'm so happy. Like, I will forever be grateful to that coach who made me that $50,000 offer, because it elevated my self concept from I just don't think that I have the money to really reconnecting with what is so resourceful about me, that I've always been so resourceful. And so imagine if that person would have looked at me and looked at my application and seen, oh, wow, she's only making this much money, so I don't think she'll be a good fit for the program. Anyway, let's move on to the people who make money. Like, that would be so disempowering. But this person did not care about my present circumstances. They held the vision. They held the vision for what is possible. They held the vision for what they knew that I wanted to create. And that elevated me. It's like somebody held me energetically to a different standard, and then I became a premium client. Fast forward like 7 years later, I had a client who had never invested more than $300 in any programs. And then she saw the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. And she did not have the money, quote unquote. But she was like, that's what I need. I want that support. I want to be held in that container. And she invested the $10,000. I think she paid $11,000, which is the full price, for the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. And then she started selling $7,000 packages. That's just like that. So imagine if I had seen her application and read it and said, oh, she's only invested $300 offers. Oh, she's only bought $300 programs. She hasn't really made this much money. I don't believe in her. I would have taken her power away. And this is what some of you guys do. You go and look at people, and you look at their Facebook profiles or their applications or whatever, and you're like, oh, they don't have the money. Or as soon as they give you, I don't have the money objection, you believe it. And you're like, oh, okay, well, no worries. I don't want to be pressury, or I don't want to be like convincing. So no worries. It's not the time. Okay, bye. And this is why you don't have the clients that you want, because you perceive them as disempowered. You perceive them as they don't have options, they don't have resources, they're not creative, they're not capable. I just don't believe that about my clients. I don't believe that about anyone. I believe that if anybody wants to, they can figure out a way. And they will say, hey, I don't have the money, but I want it. What can we work on? What can we work on? What can we do for me to create, for me to be here, for me to pay you, for me to maybe do an extended payment, whatever that looks like. But it's about the initiative. And here's the thing. You cannot expect the client to do that. You are responsible for inspiring that in the client. And the way that you do that is by holding a strong vision for what you see possible for them. Not being like, oh, okay, well, here's my program. Here's how much it is. I think it's really good. Do you think so? Okay, great. But because if you do, then awesome. But if you don't, then no worries. Like, that's not how we sell. Like, we have to create a vision, a co-creative vision with the client, with the potential client, and we have to protect that vision at all costs, because all their fears are gonna want to come and eat it and say, no, you can do it, no, you can do it. And it's your job to be the strong steward, protector of their vision. That's what a coach does, right? You're not there to be their best friend. You're not there to be their financial planner. You're not there to be their nothing else but the coach that holds the vision, right? So many people don't understand this about sales, that it's not about being pushy or pressury or any of that. It's about being a steward of the vision, of being a protector of your client's vision, and show them what is possible, and being convicted in what they want, and being able to hold a space for all their fears to come up, and just ask questions about them to see if those fears are actually valid or not, right? So anyway, this was a whole conversation about sales now. if you want to know how to master the art of selling in this way, where there's no convincing, there's no pushing, it's just coaching really powerfully, that's what we do inside the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind as well. So make sure that you join early. If you just tuned in, you get three amazing bonuses. Number one, you get access to my higher level mastermind right now so that you can get started coaching right now. You don't have to wait until February when we start the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. That's the next cohort. You can get started getting coached today, right now. Not today, like next week, obviously. Coach you weekly. And we're going to plan your 2024. I'm going to help you attract clients or clean up your mindset so that you can attract clients. This year, we're going to talk about your marketing. I copy coach you every single week. So you get 2 calls with me every single week. And I give you copy coaching. I give you mindset coaching, strategy coaching, elevation, the whole thing that you need in order to really realign to becoming a premium coach and just letting that be your natural state of being. That's bonus number 1, already worth $10,000. And bonus number 2, you get $1,000 off. And bonus number 3, you get an extended payment plan if you don't want to pay in full. Paying in full gets you a VIP day with me, so I highly recommend it. But if you don't want to do that, you want to have flexibility, you get an extended payment plan so that instead of 5 months, you have 7 months to pay it off, which I've never done before. But since we're starting in February, we can just give you an extended payment plan. If you have questions about anything that I just said, if you're like, oh, I really want that quality of support, I want to be in a mastermind where I get coached weekly, because the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind, you get coached weekly for 90 minutes every single week, and you get copy coaching every single week. And that doesn't start until February. But if you have any questions about that, send me a message, because these bonuses are ridiculous. People who took on these bonuses last round and they joined early are right now at full capacity with clients. They're not experiencing the whole like recession bullshit stories, prices. They are raising their prices. They're getting clients. So if you want to be one of them, make sure you apply, join, send me a message. We can get you in. Okay, cool. So that was a long live stream, but I have more fears here, like getting canceled, feeling like people would judge me for only selling premium because I'm only marketing to people with privilege, all of these things. I'm not going to go into those fears because whatever, this is like not even a thing. But maybe if you have those fears, let me know and I can address them next time. Okay. So any thoughts, any questions that you guys have before I go? Let me just check here. Comments here. I thought that they're not in your circle. Okay, great. Jamie said, oh yeah, the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind is keeping you sane. I love it. Okay, loves. So that's what I have for you today. Let me know if you have any questions around joining the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. And the last thing that I would say is that I know that right now it feels like the world is going to shit. But just because other people, other circumstances are where they are, it doesn't mean that yours have to go in the same direction. Like you really, like this is the best time to really elevate your business, to become a premium coach, to have prices that really support you and fulfill you. I mean, think about it. Inflation is real. And so why are you downgrading your prices? Why are you downgrading your price? It makes no sense. We need to make sure that your business is in alignment with what is going to fulfill your cup. Okay. Radiance says, biggest thing that helped you break free, biggest shift. Break free from what? Radiance, tell me. I don't think that I ever really thought that I would be. Yeah, tell me what you mean. Break free from what? And if you guys have any other questions, I want to coach you. Give me more things and I'm happy to stay on. Oh shit, I have a lash appointment in 15 minutes. Actually, I have to go, but let me answer that question. Biggest shift. What is the biggest shift? What is the thing? From premium Juliana to who you are. Premium Juliana. Everything I told you. So like thinking I am not available to overwork and get underpaid because I would start being frustrated with clients. I have a back problem. I have a scoliosis, and I just knew I needed more spaciousness in my life in order to be able to have a business and also have health. And also just knowing that I don't need, my work is not for everybody and I don't need it to be for everybody, that my clients are empowered, my clients make great decisions, my clients want what I have to offer, and my clients are willing and ready to hear my coaching. Like I had to own my desires and be bold and be all of me and be the woman that once was shamed for being too much or too loud or too like sassy or too whatever. Like I just decided, well, that's me, so if people are gonna like it, they're gonna like it. If they don't like it, they don't like it. And to my surprise, the way that I coach, which is very direct, is very loving and very direct, is like one of the reasons why people love me or people love coaching with me, because they want to hear the truth. And so I had to own all parts of me. I had to decide that I would rather take less clients than clients that um, would be a pain in the butt, that would be needy and like clingy. So premium clients are not needy and clingy. They are self-sufficient, and that's my kind of client. You know, they self-coach. They take responsibility for their results. They are willing to be vulnerable, and I just had to create a standard for this is what I'm available for, and I'm willing to say no, and I'm willing to go through like the tunnel of darkness, even if not even if, but in order for me to have what I want, because he's going to test my belief. So I had to really elevate my ability to believe hard in me and what I wanted. There's more. I mean, there's so much more that I could say, but maybe I'll do another live stream next week. I'm going to go get my lashes done now. All right, my loves. Was that helpful? I hope that was. I will see you next week. Let me wrap it up here on how do you do this one? Here we go. Bye, Facebook.